Thank you everybody in the audience who is here again to support. So what we're gonna do now, we're gonna start off with quick breathing, quick movements, get the energies flowing, the juices flowing. So before we did the stretch first and then the breathing, today we're gonna do breathing first. And the first breathing that we're gonna do, excuse me, is stimulating breath. And the purpose of it is to create gentle bursts of energy. So how we're gonna do this is we're gonna inhale, exhale quickly. It's gonna sound like this. That at that pace, we're gonna do that for 10 seconds. Then we're gonna breathe at a normal pace for 5 seconds, and then we're gonna go back to quick breaths for another 10 seconds. We're gonna do that on and off for a minute, okay? All right, so we're gonna start in 3, 2, 1. Going to normal breath now. Back into quick breath. Normal. Last time on the quick. All right, we're gonna finish this up with a quick regular breath 5 times. Whew. All right. That was a little bit less than a minute, but I don't want to overdo it for anybody because I feel like that was good. It was like 50 seconds. So now what we're gonna do from there, we're gonna go into overhead reach with a lateral lean. You could do this either standing up or you could do it sitting down. You do it standing up like this. I don't know if you guys can see me. You could do standing up or sitting down, either way. Hand overhead, lean to the side. Lean to the side. Sorry, my locks are bullying me. 1, 2, 3. We're gonna both hands up, both hands up, both hands up. Other hand, the hand that was up, put that one down and lean to the opposite side. Wait a minute, I don't want my fat showing. Exposing myself. 1, 2, 3. All right, we're gonna come up. Now we're gonna do seated knee hug. One knee at a time. We don't want nobody falling out their seat. So if you could see me, we're gonna one knee to the chest. I'm sorry, Manuel. I know you look clean, but you don't gotta put all. Oh, there you see. All right, athletic. All right, next leg. 1, 2, 3. This is just a quick one, just to get the juices flowing. We're not like doing a whole workout here. We just last one for this round. We're gonna do a stand up, bend at the waist. Wrap your arms around the back of your knees if you can. If you can't, just hang at the 90 degrees and pull yourself forward. You want to feel that back stretch. It's going to be a little bit like this. If you can see me. I don't know if you can see me. I don't know how come you can't see me. Oh. So it's going to be like this. You want to pull your back. All right, because we're going to be sitting for a little while. Shake it out, shake it out. Shake it out, shake it out, shake it out. All right, let's get started. That was a nice little quick little nothing major, but it's enough to get the juices flowing, get air in our lungs. Let's get started, babies. Let's get started. So, oddly enough, I am the first one. So I'm gonna go right into my my poem. It's called "Look at You." This is actually a piece that's going into my book that I'm writing, and it's after a scene, and you're probably gonna get the gist of it once I once I recite it. Cue. Look at you. Your hair's tangled, Your eyes heavy with the things you don't say. Your clothes wrinkled like you've been fighting the day before it even began. Look at you. Your shoulders slumped like you're carrying secrets you've convinced yourself that are yours to bear. You walk like every step might break you. Look at you. You barely lift your head because you've forgotten what it feels like to be proud of what you see. Look at you. The world passes you by and you let it. You fold yourself smaller, apologizing for the air that you breathe. Look at you. You've been searching for love in places that have none to give, holding up mirrors to people who've never seen you to begin with. Look at you. Where's the fire that used to burn? When did you stop believing that you were worth more than the scraps you've been given? Look at you. Your hair catches the light now, and your eyes, they shine. No longer afraid to look back at the world. Look at you. Your shoulders rise, no longer weighted down. Your chest lifts with every breath, and your steps, they don't shuffle anymore. They declare, I'm here. Look at you. You laugh now, not to cover the cracks, but because you've healed them. Look at you. You stop asking for permission to exist. You stopped looking for love in places that couldn't hold you. Look at you. Your words flow like water, clear and certain, unapologetic. Your silence when you choose it is no longer fear, it's power. Look at you, standing tall in your truth. Your smile reaches places it never dared go. Don't you feel it? The warmth of your own light, the strength in your own voice, the love you finally given yourself? Look at you. You're everything they said you couldn't be, and you did it for you. Look at you. Look at you. You're the masterpiece you've always been. You just had to see it. That's it.
Oh, yoy. I'm going to keep doing oh, yoy because that's
Oh,
the appropriate response. That's what we do in England for all you US people. Oh, yo.
okay. Oh, all right.
So, yeah, that was fire. That was serious fire. Thank you so much, Cynthonia, for your movement as well, because it really does help. Next on the lineup is Ms. Ice, looking like ice.
Love and light. Peace to the gods. Peace to the gods. I want to say thank you, Sister Spice, Sister Caroline, for creating such a beautiful, beautiful, sacred, safe space. Thank you to the audience. You all could have been anywhere in the world, but you're here with us. So peace to the tribe. So I'm gonna title this right now as we speak. So I'm gonna just call it my reset. And here we go. I'm on my reset. Like, I'm on a new level. I'm on a new level. I'm on a new level. Leveling up on my ones and my twos, my do's and my don'ts, and my won'ts and my all the hell to the nulls. Don't play with her. Leveling up on my cardinal rules just because you can doesn't mean you should. Just because you should doesn't mean you ought to. As I'm rolling through the fish with my woes, you know how actors go. You know how that it go. Because, everybody ain't invited to the next chapter or the next cycle of my life. If you looked in my eyes and see what I see, la-di-da-di-da, embracing my pain, caressing my soul, embracing my heart as one within a trinity that encompasses me. No longer trapped in a universe. I am free, free falling. Said I'm free, free falling. Rising from the wind and the eye of the storm, I adorn thee. I am woman. I am goddess. Hear me roar. Fear no more. Lipstick, my honey is dipped in the light. Oh, you can't see me. Visualize what you can't see. Ooh, chee wally wally. Ooh, she bang bang. I thought I told ya I'm a star. See the lights everywhere we are. Did way. Oh, this is why I'm hot. This is why I'm hot. You mad cause you not? It's not the money nor the cars are the clothes, the dough, they come. I told you, what good is a man who gains the world just to lose their soul? Not the kid, you dig. Y'all can have that. Any, mini, miny, mo. They be catching these ninjas off on their twinkle toes, doing it for the gram. No fortune, no fame, just lame. If you ask me, you dig, my reset sets the bar, not just for the fame, but for who we are within, not for the gin and definitely not for the juice, but for the fruit of the spirit and the full armor of God. Setting my set only on Duala. Ashe.
Thank you. Thank you. Is there anything that you would like to add about that piece, Ms. Ice, or about resetting and new beginnings?
Sure. Reset is something that, as a person with Christ consciousness who is striving to have Christ consciousness, striving for God bodyship, such as myself, I have always done, and not knowing the exact reason why I was doing it. But as I've become more enlightened throughout my years as a 47-year-old woman, an empty nester, I now know that it's because I've always looked at my life and not necessarily been planning my life, but strategically moving through my life for the best outcomes for self. And it's not just like at the first of the year, the beginning of the year. Truthfully, I do it just about every season. And almost every month, I'm looking and seeing, what am I doing right? What am I doing wrong? What could I do better? And basing my next moves off of that, so that I'm not just aimlessly going through this life, And when I see myself stumbling or falling short, that I can readily identify that. And when I see myself really coming up, that I can identify that as well. So resetting is everything, because the one constant thing in life is change.
Thank you sincerely. And I'm going to put it out to the audience. If anyone wants to say anything, don't feel like you have to. But I know we've got a counselor in here, we've got high level social care workers. So, is anybody in the audience? And as I say, don't feel like you have to. Just unmute yourself if you want to add anything about what it is on the 4th of January 2025, if you have any thoughts that you feel are valuable to share.
I just want to say good job, Ice. So whatever, it was dope the way how you do your spoken word, but incorporating the right songs, you know what I'm saying, to fit to keep it flowing. That was creative. I thought that was cool.
Absolutely. Yeah, Miss Ice brings the ice. I want to say the fire, but it's she's so hot, she's cold.
That's what I was gonna say when I was like, look at Ice Baby looking on fire.
So hot, she's cold, man. She's gone right to the other end of the scale. Yeah, you there's no doubt about your skills.
Love, love, and love. And right back at y'all. Love.
Yeah, so this is the year of the 9. And a lot of this is it's a divine 9 is a divine year, a divine number, and it represents pregnancy, birth, new beginnings. So that's part of the reason as well we went with this theme, reset, new beginnings, just to drop that little bit of knowledge on you. And I wondered as well if any of the high level group would like to break down a bit more what Ms. Ice said about God body, or maybe you'd like to do it, Ms. Ice. What does that mean, Christ consciousness and God body?
Christ conscious. Christ conscious is, for me, doing everything with God first. You know, I say God first, not necessarily Christ, Jesus Christ, because not everyone believes in Jesus Christ. So for me, it is moving forward with my highest power and freeing others to do the same. If even if that's Allah, if it's Buddha, if it's, you know, whoever that would be, to be a light when you see me, you know, not because I'm flashy, but because I'm holy, because I love, and you can feel that. And I pray that that resonates with every move that I make. God body is the embodiment or crystallization of Christ consciousness, in my opinion, from what I have learned from Baba Key's 19 Keys. You know, you have to have everything, the full package, in order to embody the highest of all highs. So you want to be physically fit, mentally fit, spiritually fit, financially fit, you know, and balance of the light and the dark within you. So moving towards being God body means being the best version, your 100% self, and doing that in the highest good for all, especially for self. So that's where I come with the Christ conscious, and then blend that right on in to God body.
Thank you very much. Love it. Okay, so next on the set, we have some music by Mr. Razor Sharp, I Am I. When you're ready.
Happy Saturday. Hey, happy Saturday. Y'all hear me loud and clear? All right, cool. Oh man, what a beautiful day we're having. Some wonderful shares. Shout out to SuperNatural Cee. Y'all know her as your mom or Caroline. Putting together this event. Great event. I'm gonna have some music in here. I'm gonna have some grooves, some hip hop, some reggae, that island feel. But first, before I start that, I want to give a few words. I know it's evening, but rock with me on this. Greetings and grand rising as I open my eyes and look towards the horizon. It's a new day, a new way to explore my situation. I'm right where I need to be at this point in my life station. I put lifelines on lines on pages. I stood in lines overnight with the painters just to make more than what the minimum wage is. Nah, I ain't doing this to be famous, still without a dollar rhyme like I'm recording from the top floor. What I drop heavy as a ton off the top of the Empire State. My entire livelihood is at stake, so I gotta make moves on these roads that I travel on, learning lessons from the richest man in Babylon. Babylon, 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 to infinity and beyond. We might have to take a break, but y'all know we'll be back next month, rocking song after song for y'all. Yeah, I had to get that off my chest. We starting like that and going right into something that's brand new. I recorded this one a few weeks ago. It's not out on the platforms yet, but it is going to be called Brand New Mix, keeping in line with the theme of the event this evening. Y'all hear that? Okay, cool. Brand new mix from the flick of my wrist to make you jump and twist, as I would say. That I got a brand new mix from the flick of my wrist to make you jump and twist, as I would say. Hey, get your arm, leg of arm, head involved. This is rap with no stress involved. Been around the world and yeah. Come to find out it's a small world after all, with or without cash involved. Guaranteed to make them bounce like basketball. Did my 10,000 hours over beats and rhymes. This is knowledge plus wisdom plus heat combined. Lay back in the seat, recline. My kind who I seek to find. This is tribe season, big vibe season. But you better tap into the frequency. Using the likes, I ain't rapping for nah. I'm more like the spook who rap by the door. Passionate, raw, plus flavor. Hotter than 1,000 Jamaicans. Brand new mix from the flick of my wrist to make it jump in twists, as I would say. That I got a brand new mix from the flick of my wrist to make it jump in twists, as I would say. Hey, hey. Get your mind, body, soul moving. When I flow to it, sorta like soul music. Big zone music. Nah, we don't just talk the hype. We don't prove it. I was going through it for a brief minute, knee deep in it, wasn't sleeping with eyes closed. Kept a sober mind to keep me on my toes, and all that did was add to each flow. Gotta live life, shine bright when it's darkest. Laser focus, marksman with a target. Only talk when it improve on the silence. Culture need cleansing, music need balance. Every song can't be about money and balance. What about climbing through challenge? I'm from an island where you tell you quick to pack it up and get you out of here. You feel it in the air when poses around. Brand new mix from the flick of my wrist to make it jump in twists, as I would say. Said I got a brand new mix from the flick of my wrist to make it jump in twists, as I would say. Hey, 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 hey. Yeah, I see y'all grooving out there. Woo! Happy 2025. Starting it fresh and new. Beginning like this, like that, and like this, and like that. Okay. We gonna cut that one. That's a bit of the newness. Rocking with some fresh energy. Yes, give thanks. Big gratitude. Big gratitude.
With the flick of my wrist.
You know, that's inspired by a movie called Rockers. It's a reggae movie, and there's a part of it that I actually sampled on another record me and my brother is on. But I always thought it was real fly how they got busy in that scene where they just took over the club, and the dude, he called himself Dirty Harry. They love to, you know, take things from like the Western and whatnot. I actually am dressed like this because of that Jamaican culture. If y'all saw Vibes Cartel Freedom Street, he was pretty sharp. Gold threading in his suit and whatnot. We'll get there one day. But the next one is a bit reflective. This is Lobby of the Fountain Blue. A bit inspired by things that happened in my life. I was at my brother's bachelor party and thinking like, man, we here actually in the lobby of the Fountain Blue, about to go to Club Live, and it was just an experience. And I'm thinking about all the things that led up to me getting there, from bad choices with friends to the birth of my son, and just wanting to impart knowledge and wisdom and understanding on him. I'm gonna make it a short one on the speech, though. I'm gonna get right into that lobby of the Fountain Blue. Thinking about my life and all of this amounted to, as I'm walking through the lobby of the Fountain Blue. 100 M's, I'm trying to count a few, so I gotta hold myself accountable. Pretty woman rocking hard in the club with us, and the bros here, they was in the mud with us. You know I still ride with the ones that used to take the bus with us, minus a few through the life's path. And 100 M's can't get their life back. In a can on a pill, try and fight that case, and still they talk like everything's straight, but got an F on their record, no album release date. So I can't flex on this record, this time I'm giving them pain. This ain't for fame, whip for a chain. Story's so real I had to spit it off the brain. Here come my son.
I love my dad, I love my family, I love everyone I do. I love my family, I love my dad, I love my friends, I love my mom, I love my dad, I love my cousins, and I love you. Out the whole world, I don't like strangers. I don't talk to strangers anymore, and I won't be a stray. I'll be a good thing for my dad.
Thinking about my son and all that he's about to do. No matter what happens, just know I'm proud of you. If I only got one job to do, it's to guide you through all of life's obstacles. Be there and provide for you, cause I'm the one responsible. Even though me and your moms ain't work out, things don't always go according to plan, but you still hold it down. It's called being a man. And everything that you do the best that you can. Always give it your all, cause we ain't promised tomorrow. When tomorrow comes, you call it today. Live in the moment. Expect the best, but prepare for the worst. Put the family first. Be a man of your word, it's called integrity. Some of these folks ain't got it, don't let them lead you astray. Never be misguided, and even when them skies gray, just wanna see you smile and smile. Lobby of the Fontainebleau, y'all. So that's my first set. I'll be back in a bit with some more vibes. We're gonna switch it on the reggae side on the next one when we flip to the B side. Till then, y'all.
Them rhythms are nice, boys. Them rhythms.
Thank you.
Who produced them? You?
Yes, those are original production by yours truly.
Yeah, man.
Fire, your son on it, dope.
Thank you.
Fire.
Thank you very much.
Okay, I'm a bit out of breath. I was shocking out there. Manuel, I was proper in it. Who's next? Adriana. When you're ready, I am Adriana T.
For this particular piece, I'm actually doing a continuation. This is new writing, but it basically gives you a breakdown of what happened after I started rebuilding my life post admission to the hospital. Like a previous piece that I wrote was in relation to that. And I figured I'd give a bird's eye view into that and what brought me here and into purpose, which is my reset and new beginning. The name of the piece is The Libra Tree. A warm day in October, 20 plus 1, a root transcended my family tree. Unexpectedly early, years younger than me, just turned 28 October 18th. Surrounded by commotion and the same old thing, suppressing real emotions with a smoke and a drink. I gaze upon a stump, possibly oak, definitely old, a century at least, calling out to me to show what grief looks like when you freely let it go. Although at the time, I really didn't know. I was teaching how to properly own the truth, grass tall as my shoes, meditating my blues. Flashes of memories as tears kept falling. Still, I wasn't sure if I wanted to fall in. Blurry but open, I kept my eyes on the stump lines, bathing in sunshine, avoiding the outside. Stares and voices, leaving them to their choices, externally voiceless, seeking space for rejoicing. I noticed my tattoo and read what it says, feeling a lightness overwhelming my head. Words I chose but thought the artist misspelled, written for this moment as my guidance and help. Music speaks, music breathes, music lives was my quote. Music speaks, music breaths, music lives, he wrote. When that realization hit, I closed my eyes and inhaled, exhaling the pain this dagger impaled. Mentally focused, chakras engaged, Beyonce sang of a black parade. More flashbacks came. I started to sway, levitating to the float where my ancestors waved. More songs played as I gave them their flowers, remaining in Zen for nearly 2 hours. Returning to present, strength regained, I turned to notice the coroner came. When I reached the van, they were rolling her way, understanding I wasn't meant to really see her face. Hours later, home alone with my thoughts marinating on lessons and the wisdom I caught, empathetic to a fault, saw myself as a failure, overflowing with the words far too late to tell her. We became estranged while I found my lane, needed the space to find myself and gain a sense of identity outside of our unit. I love my fam, but we were never congruent. Hidden opinions of wanting more than the view from the porch of tenement doors. Out of place abiding, to be a nice and conniving. Codependency thriving, emotionally hiding. Behind all the liquor, drugs, depravity, and food. Gossiping on people, then presenting as cool. When they walk in the room, which distorted my lens. Never really fit in, full-blown nerd who tried to pretend. I didn't get to tell her we were exactly alike. Hiding all our feels and extra meals at night. Snack attacking all day as we both got larger, both had hurt from absent fathers. Mothers with trauma they didn't know how to fix. Told to be strong, bottle and forget. Told us the same, which I never could get. Told her I'm sorry for all of it. Said I wanted you to come to me when you were ready, because all my distance made your heart heavy. You couldn't understand why I lost the weight. Then took it further and stayed away. I was getting my act right. You dwelled in your dark night. I text you, I love you. You were like, yeah, right. So I kept myself away thinking one day you'd stop by. We'd have the conversation, then you'd finally know why. Healing's not easy on a regular day. Imagine trying to do it from a fragile state where no one relates to being health conscious or wanting to learn from childhood traumas. Sobbing, I kept repeating, I'm sorry, until I heard you say, hey, Puff. It calmed me. Then I heard your mom, who suddenly passed in 2022. She said, I understand you. I forgive you. I'm proud of you for seeing what I couldn't see. You'll always be my fourth child and favorite niece. Those words were what I never thought to know I would need. For words, I thanked her for helping raise me. Then Granny, who passed in 2023, said, I'm proud of you, baby. I let the moment settle in and spiritually take me before I could ask how this could possibly be. I was told to remember and then I would see. It didn't take but a minute for the realization that all three transcended, and I never saw their faces. All their last viewings, I didn't make them. All three of their bodies were cremated. All the women in our bloodline know, hear, or see, metaphysically, except for me. Or so I thought. I was wrong. My traumas were blocking my gifts. Healing those wounds created a shift. My journey thus far led me to this vindication for me and for them. The next day on my porch, still immersed in the mystical, I wondered what happened to take her physical. It seemed nonsensical because she was young, had theories on causes, but no answers would come. I heard her voice again. You gonna write something for me? I told her, yeah, with no clue as to what it would be. Knowing I'm the poet, she asked me to sing. Tell her the truth. Don't hold back a thing. I wrote her a piece she helped me compose with memories and stories that I didn't know. Based on our secret affection for theater, musicals, and plays. She danced, we sang. Our weird was the same, living outside of boxes. No one else related or truthfully got it. I completed the task with singing included, along with a message of healing through music. High School Musical, Doodles Bop. The end of our saga, or so I thought. I usually read at a loved one's service, but thoughts of speaking instead deterred it. Instead, I recorded and put the piece out, confusing her siblings and casting doubt. Cousin, are you sure you don't want to read? I confirmed I was sure. I was called to speak. I was told while admitted to Psych 5 East, a motivational speaker is what I should be. At the time, the idea didn't make much sense. Poetry has always been my vocal lens until I saw the need to reach out to my people, embrace them with love so they see that we're equals. Let truth be the remedy that starts the ceasing of cycles of loss with no knowledge on grieving, blindness to seeing these patterns repeating generational wounds, habitually bleeding. Wanting to speak with no preparation so they feel the words my heart is conveying. Every day prior till I stood in the church, searching for verbs while battling my nerves. Hoping enough was said, but not too much. Second guessing my calling to go off the cuff. Standing my ground, I grabbed the mic, gave my first speech, encouraging life. 3 gone in 3 years, put a stop to a 4. Get a handle on healing, choose to hurt no more. Open your eyes to what could be if we stop hanging ourselves from statistical trees. It's what they expect from people of color. They think that we lack respect for each other. We can't comprehend how to process or talk. We always depend. It's never our fault. Ignorance is blissful while they take advantage, watching us accept the role of staying damaged, abiding the labels, trusting the system designed to keep you begging for their pot to piss in, intent to argue, but never to listen. Nothing is given. Take your permission. Read the fine print. Leave the nonsense. Stop taking the drugs full of poisonous toxins that send you to the doctors that feed you more. Always treating symptoms but never giving cures. All by design to keep you sick and poor, unable to avoid the revolving doors. Slowly dying of sadness that we never address. So commonly taught it's what we expect. Imagine our strength if we could stand together. Our melanin magic would break our tethers. I'd rather not meet in this church again. I sincerely hope that you're all listening. Shocked by my verbiage, I sat down shaking, insides quaking, hoping they're relating, feeling what my granny, aunt, and cousin was saying instead of feeling targeted, judged, or angry. Some elders looked my way and smiled with pride, and some others applauded, to my surprise, confirming I did what I needed to do. Realizing this moment is when I grew, setting my pathway to taking the lead, confirming direction for planted seeds. Rebuilding myself was just the beginning. Resetting my life was to help them get it, help them to see we are more than pawns. Now is the time for all black swans, outliers who never quite fit into molds, to change the story so more can grow. Gather together to find their magic, break the curses, addictions, and all of those habits. Change never happens unless we do. Starting anew has to start with you. Break away from the crowds to see what you can be. Break your chains to set others free. Peace out.
Now I need something harder than snaps. Like you need something like that go harder than the snaps. You know what I'm saying? I gotta
I
create
love the
something
snaps
to go
though.
harder than the snaps. Dang. Can I just say, you know how like you have a book, you know how they do poetry books. You should do like a poetry soundtrack, like audio book with poetry. Like that. Like what you just read, like you need to do like a book, like an audio. You know what I'm saying? Like an album.
Yeah,
That's what I'm trying to
I
say.
like that. I like that idea. So I've been thinking
Yeah.
about putting my book together, but an audio version. That sounds fresh. I appreciate you.
Yeah, absolutely. I agree because your voice is so distinct. And actually, it's one of them ones again where what I realized when I edited the last show, you do need to listen to these things over and over again because they're layered. So you're not going to get it on the first round. Like
That's my hip hop
I was
double
getting
entendre for
more out
this.
of each of your pieces.
Yeah, I
You
appreciate
got
it,
to. It's not simple. It's not simplistic.
man.
Um, that was fantastic. And I look forward to you coming round again. So I'm just looking for mine now because I'm up next. So this I'm going to be reading from my book, Because. I don't know if you get this flipping background. Right. Because, and I will actually start with Because actually. That probably makes the most sense. It's the last poem in the book. And it's only literally 5 lines. And Because
It froze. You're gonna come back on and the poem's gonna be done.
speak to them, tell them I've frozen. Can you
You're
hear?
back now.
I'm back. I'm like, Millie, bring me your phone now. And Millie's like, what? No. I don't know what it takes, man. I don't know what it takes. We're that generation where your mum went like this and you moved, or you're gonna get this. They're the generation where I go, come on, come on, come on, and they just move so slow. Anyway, I love you girls. Thank you for supporting us tonight on here. So reset new beginnings for me personally is an important theme because am I still frozen or you got me? You got me. Okay. Yeah, it's an important theme to me because I went through a very difficult time. Very, very difficult time. And I think one of the things that I want to say clearly is at my lowest point when I was going through what I considered to be the dark night of the soul. One of the things that really resonated with me was there was a lot of stuff that I was reading around you attract who you are and all this. And I was like, well, who I've attracted in my life, I've got some good people. And they're in here now. And this group here is yet another reflection of that. So if this is who I attract into my world, I'm all right, you know what I'm saying? So sometimes you just have to go through things. And what I've learned is that, you know, that whole thing about life being a school and it being a series of lessons, and you have to learn the lesson or it's going to keep repeating. I've seen that in my life, you know, and it's not, as everybody said, it's not that you're a bad person. You know, I believe that some of the strongest spirits endure some of the biggest tests. So that homeless person on the side of the road, that, you know, they might be in the spiritual world one of the mightiest. So this poem here is called Midlife Rises. I'm an 80s child. I was born in 1979. And I do suffer with future shock that 19 Keys talks about. I definitely suffer with that. There's so many times when I was in my dark night of the soul where I was like, I just want to go back to when there was no CCTV, no smartphones. Do you know what I mean? Where I can go about my business and there's not somebody with a phone there that could be recording me in secret, or a camera on my computer watching me, or Amazon listening to me. You know what I mean? There's a lot of stuff where I heart back to the olden days, but the olden days weren't as good as we think. Midlife rises. Life begins at 40, 80s child, loads of money, mansions, fast cars, superstar, have it all. You, my princess, shall go to the ball. Unless you're brown, then you'll clean it up. Social, NHS, drive the bus. Unless you're black, glass ceilings for you will never crack. In fact, don't look up, eyes to the ground, you are not enough. Different times then, in lots of ways. Stuff all over garbage bins, landfills, choking fish. Same minds now, in lots of ways. Stuff all over, cycled sins, life's ills, choking a wish. Age appropriately, do not swear. See it all, then ignore, grin and bear. The weight of the world, the weight of the world, the pace of the world had me scared. Not no more, I've endured, drank fine wine laced with poison and vomited on the floor. Took the pains in my neck and my back, don't forget in my hands and my heart, my head was a fog. I've endured. Now in midlife I rise. Years are too simple for these new spiritual vibes. I've endured and I have pride. No value in deprecating me, telling myself lies. For I am glorious. I am victorious. I am a fractal of this universe of sound. I sing in chorus. I am harmonious. I rebuke laborious tasks. Reject the vibes that don't match. I dance. Life begins at 40. I realize this is true. For all the dark led to the light. I am now brand new. That's Midlife Rises. I think that self-love is underestimated. I think that self-love is something that we say, something that I said, thinking I knew what I was talking about, but I didn't. And the universe, the Most High, showed me in Technicolor what real self-love is. And real self-love is boundaries, and your health is your wealth. Taking the time, really doing what you want to do. You know, have a sleep if you want to have a sleep, read a book if you want to read a book. What I learned again was that whatever I do, it's all right. The world doesn't fall apart if you take a week off to look after yourself. There are bigger forces at work that are going to protect and guide you. So this piece here is called Contrast, and this is again from my book, Be Cause. At the peak, I lay low with little air. My lungs compressed, empty crisp packets, face down and full of fear. All the angles like dominoes, starting small, then increased in flow. stumbling, wondering, how's this so? Eventually, my knees took buckle, sand castles crumbled, and the sky went dark. I cried a lot of the time. Into the black place, the quest was mine. Somehow I'd stumbled in a way I'd not seen, into memories and people, places I've been. Dark and light, the same side. Delusions operational, creating false divides. I now know, as above, so below. Contrast is the seasoning for life. It's how we grow. To see oneself reflected in the health of our emotions forms a mirror where notions can be challenged and life becomes more clear. Be like water. We all learn the quote. Float light and sting hard. Woke don't mean dope. What doesn't kill you makes you stronger. This, my sweet, we know. Learn from mistakes. Always keep pace. For life's a school and a show. So that's contrast. As above, so below. Yes, I may. So yeah, I mean, what does that mean? As above, so below as well. I think there's a lot of concepts that are out there, spiritual concepts that we don't actually really know what it means. And does anyone want to chime in, or shall I just keep talking?
As far as so above, so below.
Yes, please.
I'm firm in that one, as so above, so below, because that to me translates so many different ways. You know, imagine, like, to put it in a way, right? Imagine if you believe in the universe, right, and you believe in universal laws. To me, that's so above. There's universal laws. You kind to others, what you do to others will happen to you, like cause and effect, all of those things, like universal laws. That's above. As so above, so below. I feel like below, like we're the reflection of that. We're below, but it's the same. So you have universal. It's kind of hard for me to explain. There's universal laws, and there's the laws that we go by that are universal. But we are the micro version of. So I'm gonna give you an example because I just confused everybody I know. Let me give you an example.
You're doing good.
As so above, so below. If you I should have thought about a good example because I'm gonna scramble for an example and I don't want to give a bad one. Uh Give me 1 second. I'm gonna give you a good example. So give me 1 second. Give me one
I'm going to
second.
keep talking while we give you a second. As within, so without. So one of the ways that I interpret it as well is, and we talk about this. We all met in a book club, and we're in a group, a high level club, and we talk about these things. And what we're reading the Kabbalion at the moment, and that's about, everything is mental. Everything starts from the mental, and if you don't imagine it, if you can't see it in your mind, that's how it starts. Everything, every creation, whether it's this roll of tape or this poem that I just wrote, it all starts as within, so without. We are creating this external world through our thoughts, our imaginations, and our words. Why are you looking at me like that, Toad?
Because I'm scrambling to find the words and did you know it already, or you just didn't, you wanted somebody else to say it, I guess. I'm sitting there scrambling for exactly that. Like what you put out, because it's macro. So it's just like, because to me, as so below is like cause and effect to me, because that's when I wrote it in the book, like that is how I link those two together, as above, so below. Cause and effect. Anything you do on a micro level, it happens on a macro level, and vice versa. And it could seem like karma, when it comes back, or but it's really just a reflection of what you putting out. But you said it. I'm saying in a more complicated beat around the words, trying to find the right words, but you said it already. It as so below, as above, so below, to me is the same as cause and effect. It's the same thing as what you put out is what you get back. To me, it's the same exact thing. It means the same
How do
thing.
let's hear Emmanuel. Emmanuel, sorry.
No, I'm also thinking about that other half that you said, as without, so within. So when we look out in the night sky at the cosmos and everything, you could also see that when you close your eyes, it's not just darkness. When I close my eyes, I see things that shimmer and shine. So even on a scientific level, when they study our insides, they say it reflects the constellations. So
That's good too. That's another big
that's what I
point
was
too.
taking from it.
That's a big point too. That's a good
Adriana.
point.
Thank you, Emmanuel.
That's a good point too.
Adriana.
Just to add on to everybody's points, I think there's also, well, I personally have experienced it. I think there's an element of what you think can also come to fruition. So there's a level of mentalism to it. So if you are constantly beating yourself up externally, your life is going to beat you up. If you start to build yourself up and start to pour good energy into the world and into people, it will bounce back to you. It's like a boomerang. Literally everything that affects you in a certain way is going to come back to you in a certain way. Say if you spend half of your life as a criminal, but you decide to change your life, you can't expect your life to completely shift in 2 seconds. You're going to get that karma back. But if you keep, putting positive pillars in front of you, the more positive your lifespan will be, and the more positive your outlook will be. And honestly, you kind of glow. I've heard that a lot, and all of my people in this room are glowing right now. Like things like that, like just keep spreading that magic, and the magic will come back to you.
Absolutely.
I think that's as above, so below. It can be magical or it can be hell. One or the other. There is no in between.
Absolutely. Thank you, Adriana. So we are in this space now of a reawakening and a uplifting, an elevation. Consciousness has changed. A lot of these things we were put to sleep on, and some of them have been obscured, and they exist within religion in different ways. Some religions give it to us much more purely, and I think I'm not going to go into religion. Actually, shut your mouth, Caroline, because I'm not religious, so I'm not going to start talking about any religion. I think they were trying to say, though, which I do agree with, is that there are people that choose spirituality and it is a religion to them. They are treating spirituality as a religion, because to be spiritual, whether you're religious or not, whether you're Hindu, Muslim, Christian, Sikh, whatever, you have to be spiritual within the religion. And there's people that are it's just another representation of these costumes we can put on. So I've got this wig on today. I get what they're saying. Being any religion doesn't mean you practice it. It's a label. There's people that are of any religion, and it's just a tag they've got on their back. And it's the same with spirituality. There are a lot of people now going around going, I'm spiritual and I meditate and I do this and that, and they're wicked. You know what I mean? They're not nice people. They're fake. They chat rubbish. How does this relate to reset new beginnings? It relates in the sense of manifestation, as you said, Ava, and that we create our reality. It isn't a matter of going out into this 3D world and trying to manipulate things and manipulate people. We have to go inside of ourselves and focus our minds and vision what it is we want, and then take steps towards it. That is really how you will effectively reset and have new beginnings. And to close my set and pass over back to Cynthonia now for a movement break, I would just say one thing that I know I've done, and I'm sure most people in this room have done, knowing how you move, is I've tested it. So I've gone, all right, then, if this is what it is, you test the spiritual world and you go, I'm going to vision this, I'm going to try this, and the magic that happens when you test it. And I saw your post, Ava, today where you were saying that's why the Most High laughs at your plans, because I'm here doing this event and I had no plan for it. Everybody knows I did not have a plan. I came into the group not wanting to make no friends, not trying to talk to nobody, became friends with these beautiful people, formed these relationships. Now I'm running this event, which again, I tried my best to not run, and somehow I've ended up running it. So, and I'm having the best time doing it. Honestly, I absolutely love it. So the Most High would take you where you need to go if you have the vision and the desire for it. So that's me for now, and I'll hand back over to Cynthonia.
All right, guys, are you ready to breathe? Are you ready to move? We have one more after this. This is the second one. This is going to be a real easy one. This is going to be, try to make it not so hard and strenuous. The breathing one is the box one. We did that. We did it before. You breathe 4 count, hold 4 count, release for 4 count, hold at the bottom for 4 count. We're gonna do this 3 times. So we're gonna just 3 times. And then we'll move, and for the stretching, we're gonna do a little bit different. We're just gonna stand up first. We're gonna just shake. We're gonna shake for 30 seconds. Shake, freestyle shake. We're gonna stay standing. Excuse me. We're not gonna sit back down yet. We're gonna stay standing, and we're gonna do a neck rotation or whatever, just to get our spine, like from getting stiff. So that's what we're gonna do, and then we'll move back into the last few minutes of the. So we're gonna start off with the breathing. Oh, sorry guys, did you guys see that? I'm sorry. All right, ready? On the count of 3, 3, 2, 1. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold. 1, 2, 3, 4. Release. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold at the bottom. 1, 2, 3, 4. Inhale. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold. 1, 2, 3, 4. Release. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold. 1, 2, 3, 4. Last one. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold. 1, 2, 3, 4. Release. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold. 1, 2, 3, 4. Breathe in one time deeply. Breathe all the way in, all the way in. Let it out with a sigh. One more time. Breathe all the way in. Let it out with a sigh. Take 30 seconds. 30 seconds. Come on. 30 seconds. Shake it out. Shake it out. Freestyle, move it, shake your booty, wiggle your arms, do the dance, wiggle your legs, wiggle your. I'm not gonna be cute. I ain't gonna get up in here and show off my dance moves, but I'm gonna do a little something, and I'm gonna do a little something like this. All right, guys, everybody, stay standing and let's do a little neck roll and how it's gonna look. Put your let me get on my knees real quick so you guys can see it. Drop your head to your right shoulder. Breathe in. As you breathe out, roll your neck to the other side of your shoulder. All right, stay on that shoulder. Breathe all the way in. And as you breathe out, roll it back over. We're going to do that 2 more times. As you breathe in, roll it over. Hold it as you breathe it in 1 more time. Roll it back over. All right, do a couple. All right, we'll get that good. All right, you guys. Hopefully that was enough to hold you through to the last one. All right. All right. I love to move, guys. I'm sorry. I love to move. All right. And that's my part. Thank you, guys.
Wonderful. Thank you again. We appreciate you for that. That does make a big difference. It's got me thinking about when I'm stuck at this computer. So we are back round to the wonderful, where is she? Ice cold, ice, ice. Miss Ice, Ice, baby.
Hey, love and light, peace to the gods. What a phenomenal time I am having here with you all. I'm so grateful. Uh-oh, wait a minute. I said I got 20%. I want to make sure my phone, oh, it's not charging. Hold on. See? I'm so grateful that I was able to take a look and get back into the groove.
Ice baby, you look so nice. I love your beads too.
Oh, thank you. Okay, she's back charging, so we can continue on. So this particular set is the first set I actually did for our high level tribe, and it is absolutely dedicated to the Black man. I'm a man mom. All my sons are men. I just love me some caramel mocha latte, chocolate horny, melanated man. Okay, let me stop. All right, anyway, without further ado, here we go. You can't keep a good mind down. Always keep the vibes when they want me to frown. Things getting better when they thought it could be worse. Here comes the officers asking for a search. They draw a weapon just to me who draw first. 'Cause I'm so solid as a rock. They just can't stop me now. Even when they set their traps, they just can't stop me now. When they come with their leveless thoughts, I just listen whenever they talk. Jars the light into my dark. He couldn't tear down my path. They fight me without their cause, trying to make my life so hard. The King of Kings and the Lord of Lords, give it all rewards. I'm so solid as a rock. They just can't stop me now. So don't you mix me up with your dirty games. They're only trying to tarnish my name. You're only looking for the innocent to blame when you're the ones who issue the guns down the lane. You only cause dysfunction and frame, but the righteous believes in the rain. Love is all I got to give, and I'm not ashamed. Looking towards the future, this lion can't tame. Amazing grace, how sweet the sound that saved a wretch like me. I once was lost, was blind, but now I see. You're my angel. Oh, angel. If I could, I'd give you the world. You're my angel. Oh, angel. Let me run it back, run it back, run it back, run it back. If I could, I'd give you the world. You're my yeah. Black man, king of all kings, son of all sons, the baddest God who walks the face of this planet we call Earth. Your smile, bright like the rays of sun, even though your soul was once torn. Your skin, hot chocolate, tan, brown, and fine. Just like wine, the more you age, the more divine. My black king walks tall and proud. He always stands out in a crowd. Your spirit so warm and lovely. Oh, how I do wonder if you taste just like honey. So if one should ask just how I know through all the trials in which you go, I will tell them just as I tell you. The black man is my king. Oh, how much I do love you so. I need to say that I am so proud of you that words can never express how much I truly adore you. I will say that I am your black queen, and now you know how proud I am to tell you so. Say la.
Ah, beautiful. I just want to ask, I know people, I just want to ask you, like, because, well, one, of course, amazing. Big up to the big brothers. But music, your relationship to music is very, very deep. Is deeper than just finding the right song to fit the sentence. Music for you is like, when when did why is music, how, like, why do you always put the music, like, why do you always, I understand you love it, I understand it's something deep for you because you, I could sense that, but like, when, where, how, what's, how come that?
Okay. It's very that's it is definitely evolution. Music for me, I am a 70s baby, born in
Mhm.
77. So I remember when MTV first came on, right? And my favorite auntie, I call her my rich auntie, she would be babysitting me and she would come grab me. Lada, lada, lada. MTV about to come on. We would make the Jiffy popcorn on the stove and we would watch the march, the Nassau Man come on and we would
Oh,
just have
yeah.
a party, right?
Mhm.
So that's when I fell um in love with music. And it's just been a more intimate thing as I progressed through my life. My bonus father was a DJ.
Okay.
Um, and I just fell in love with music. I fell in love with hip hop. With Do You Know What Time It Is? Cool Mo D. And I think I was about 9 or 10. And music really has always been an escape for me. Now, when you see me now blending the music with my spoken word, this is new. This is something that I started in 2024. And I wanted to make something for me that could be deep as well as lighthearted, as well that could paint a story and evoke emotions with what I was saying. And for me, the only way, like, Prince says, words can't express how much I adore you. Sometimes it's a tear, sometimes it's a sound, it's a feeling. And for me, music does that. It allows me to express the part of the words that only a melody can carry. So, and it is very profound for me. And I feel like this is definitely going to be part of, and it's so crazy because Sister Caroline, we were talking and she was like, well, I do that too. And I was like, your stuff is so deep. Hers is so tribal that I almost forget the way that her music and her spoken word is paired. It's like it's
Right.
married.
Because
It's
she
like
do it
so
too.
solid together that you almost can't separate the two.
There's something about people being able to relate to songs as well. And I'm very conscious of you lot get what I do.
Exactly.
Don't get what I do. You know what I mean? So the feedback I've had from you guys is like, whoa, they get it because no one's ever got it. Do you know what I mean? Like, except me and the kids, you know. But obviously, my friends that are in here, they've got it. But when you started off with my favorite artist, I've said it, Sizzla Kalonji. When I think about it, I'm like, who is my favorite artist? And it is Sizzla, because Sizzla is just himself, you know.
Yeah.
And when it comes to, it's one of those things where you can't go with popularity in terms of what's good, because a lot of these big artists are rubbish in comparison to Sizzla. Sizzla, go and study Sizzla lyrically, that everything he does, he sings, his lyrics, and he's got the power. He is one of those artists that you put on, I'm as solid as a rock. You just can't stop me now.
Right. That's my theme song. I will have to say that is my actual, like, if I'm ever performing, 9 times out of 10, you're gonna get that song from me, because it's really my life story.
Yeah.
And I feel a lot of people can resonate with that. You know, when you go through life, and we have discussed this on a high level, through so many trials and tribulations, you can't keep a good man down. You know, things getting better when the enemy sets these traps. Right? I'm gonna keep the vibes. I'm gonna wear my crown. I'm gonna stand my ground. They will never, never take my crown, no matter what I'm going through. You know, and I've been on death's bed more times than I would like to admit. You know, and through it all, it has always been Jah that has grounded me and founded me to keep going, to keep those vibes. If I want to live, I'm gonna have to keep these vibes, because if I give up the vibes, I'm not gonna be here.
Absolutely. And if you're resetting and you're going into new beginnings, you've got to have something to aim for, because as I said, when I went through my period of depression and whatnot, I'd given up on life. I didn't see the point of it. I was like, what's the point of this? And I prayed to the Most High. I begged for the Most High to show me the truth. I said, you need to show me what this thing is, enlighten me, awaken me, whatever, because I was not born to be put on no hamster wheel, doing a job, being mistreated by some fool, whatever it is, you know what I mean? Scrabbling for money, all the rest of it. And you ask and you shall receive. But
absolutely,
it's not an easy question. When you ask that question, get ready, mate, because you'll get taken down the road. But you will get the truth, and you will see, as within, so without, as above, so below. Spiritual laws are at play. What you vision, what you see, what you believe. But to keep going, to reset, and to have a new beginning, you got to see something in front of you.
I'm in agreement. I would like to, just veggie back on that sentiment. I believe karma is who you are and what you do. I want to say karma is what you do, right? And reciprocity is who you are, right? Because karma is going to come back around regardless. But reciprocity is the universe saying, I got you, And I'm saying good reciprocity. When I think of reciprocity, I think of it as a good thing, not, karma. Because if you're a bee, karma's going to be a bee. If you're an angel, karma's going to be an angel to you. But what you give out, that's what you will receive. That reciprocity in kind, not just in spirit, but in every which and watchy way possible. And that's my take on as above, so below.
Absolutely. And I've got to say this at the end of that. Me and Ms. Ice Baby have talked for 5 hours non-stop. We won't close for
real.
We literally have. But I would just add, the last thing I want to say to that is you just as with reciprocity, I can't even say, the universe gives you who you are, not what you ask.
Yep.
Whatever it is you want, you have to be it. And if you be it, you will receive more of that, and quality over quantity. So again, this people right here, there's something special in this. I'd rather have this than 100 people and 95 of them ain't got a clue what we're talking about. The quality is essential, and once you start to rise up and have certain over and inner standings, it's a smaller space up there. It's a smaller crowd, you know what I'm saying? So I'm very grateful for everybody in here. It's beautiful. On to the, you got another one yet, or shall I move on, Ms. Ice?
That's all your girl got for you today.
Yeah. That's more than enough. We appreciate it.
Blessed.
Back to Mr. Emmanuel and the tunes, more tunes.
Yes, back again. I love the vibes. Sizzler Conjali. I saw Sizzler perform over the summer, and he is top tier when it comes to performing. I also went to the Welcome to Jamrock cruise, and it doesn't come close. I mean, amongst the biggest of big artists, he is just different. Different on stage.
One of a kind, isn't he? There's nothing.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah. And he shares the stage, but when it's his time to do his thing, make way, because he's gonna come through kicking and letting you know that he's in full control.
Yeah, boy.
Yeah, and this piece that I got going on here, I'm gonna start it with a piece of renewal of the mind. On the reggae side, it got a hip hop feel to the beat, but trust and believe it's on that reggae tip. Hey, I am coming live and direct. Heights of life, red, gold and green. Open up your eyes and wait for the dream. Dirty Babylon, a flat on them asking. When we sit down, eyes glued to the screen. Oh no, heights up, life, red, gold and green. Open up your eyes and wait for the dream. Dirty Babylon, a flat on them asking. When we sit down, eyes glued to the screen. Oh no, them want to see we in a trance, so we have to get up and dance. Yo, when we have life, we have to live it like every day at the last. Oh, them a scheme and them a laugh. Oh, them a chat and them a plan. Oh, them a go build a new slave. We living at the past. Well, lights up, life red, gold and green. Open up your eyes and wait for the dream. Dirty Babylon, a flat and them a scheme. When we sit down, eyes glued to the screen. Oh no, heights up, life red, gold and green. Open up your eyes and wait for the dream. Dirty Babylon, a flat and them a scheme. Then when we sit down, eyes glued to the screen. Oh no, there's certain things them want to see, them now go see. And all the things when them a free, will never be. Well, Babylon release the chains and set we free. Tell them say we have the key. No longer addicted to the option. We all know that we have options. We lights up, life red, gold and green. Open up your eyes and wait for the dream. Just Babylon, a flat and them a scheme. Then when we sit down, eyes glued to the screen. Oh no, want to see we in a trance. We have to get up and dance. From you have life, you have to live it like every day at the last. Yes, gotta get up and dance, live every day like it's your last.
Hey,
without further ado, give thanks, big gratitude. This next one, I want to bring in some help. I got my brother here, Jaja Beats is in the building. If y'all tuned in at the last Cosmic Connect, then y'all heard Earth Strong.
Bless up, lovely people. Greetings.
Greetings. Thank you for coming on.
Well, give thanks for the support.
Brethren,
I received it. Give thanks.
Yes, genuine.
Yo, Emmanuel, you know the man.com, right? I am the man.com.
I had to do the wardrobe change too. Like if y'all saw Vibes Cartel on Welcome to Freedom Street, Walk to Freedom Street, he got in his New York jersey. I ain't had the New York jersey. I got the New York hat. Hold up. Can y'all see that? There we go. The New York Knicks is there.
Yeah.
But I got the custom jersey on.
But,
it said IMI on it.
and the custom hat with the IMI.
Yeah, we representing that 9-year, 227 is on there. So, but
yo, don't
this
play with
next
the vibes
one,
cartel, man. You about to be vibe, the vibes, yo, don't play with the vibes.
yeah, that's the energy we projecting, we putting forth. This next one is called In the Beginning, and this one deals with our words. So, in the beginning was the word, and the word was with God. We're gonna leave it like that. Get right into that. Jaja Beach, you ready?
Yeah, man.
All right.
That is it, my brother.
So it go. Skibbity dabba dabba. No way na falla baka. We come feel them with word sound power. Every minute on the hour. Yes. With manners and respect, we are take it to them. And in the beginning was the word. The word. And without the word, we don't have music. In the beginning was the word. I said the word, and without the word, we don't have music. Go and go spread it out west, spread it over east. Step on Babylon and trample the beast. We're gonna keep it blazing, keep it burning, keep it moving as the world keeps turning, as above, also below. That's how we know we're all connected to the cosmos. See it with your eyes closed. Open up your mind and heart and let love flow. In the beginning was the here comes Zaya, blazing fire, treading on the King's highway. Listen me say, hail up Jaja, word sound power, so be careful of the things where you are say. In the beginning was the word, and without the word we don't have music. In the beginning was the word. I said the word, and without the word we don't have music.
So we say word, sound, power, plant, seed, grow flowers. We're living in a world that's bitter is better and a butter more sour. The politics, them traffic chick we every hour.
Low vibrations. Yes, said the power is fading. Here comes Zaya, blazing fire, treading on the King's highway. Listen, we say, hail up Jaja, word sound power, so be careful of the things where you are say. In the beginning was the word, and without the word we don't have music. In the beginning was the word. I said the word, and without the word we don't get music. In the beginning was the word, and the word was with God. So we know there's powers in the words where we have. I'm gonna use my words for good and not the bad, no matter what's trending with the latest hashtag. Because words have meaning, words are healing, words can destroy, and words can create. So be with your word, cause it's flesh and right, and now things are manifest. In the beginning was the word, and without the word we don't have music. In the beginning was the word. I said the word, and without the word we don't have music. Here comes Zaya, blazing fire, treading on the King's highway. Hail up Jaja, word sound power, so be careful of the things where you are say. In the beginning was the word. And without the word, we don't have music. The word, and without the word, we don't have music.
Yes, I am one.
So that's a new record. We actually just put some of the finishing touches on it right before getting on this Zoom. So y'all hearing it fresh off the presses. We still working the kinks out. Thanks, give thanks.
Love that. And I love there's always something magical about when families come together and like how you and your brother interact, and I love that. Thank you so much for coming and supporting the show. George,
no problem. Love is love. Love is love is universal. I mean, that's what we need, right? Need more of love. So
absolutely
positive energy, right? Them ways.
Bless us.
Only.
But can I just say I appreciate you guys coming on. It was it's not even like all the way finished yet. So thank you for letting us, you know what I'm saying, be the first to preview that. That was dope. You were. Nah. Thank you. I appreciate y'all for real.
Yes,
You
yes.
do it good, you know, Cynthonia. There's some Jamaican in you, clearly.
So the next one that we are gonna present, we actually talked about this one in the last live that we had with Miss Ice, the Kwanzaa things. So we did a song that goes over the 7 principles of Kwanzaa. We grew up celebrating this all our lives, so it was like only right. We were challenged actually because we perform at a Kwanzaa event we've been doing for the last 3 years. And she said, I want something from y'all. Can y'all do a Kwanzaa song? And we were like, oh yeah, challenge accepted. So this one is called Happy Kwanzaa. Read him up.
Kwanzaa, you can celebrate it every day of the year, right?
Yes. Out now on every platform.
Kwanzaa. 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 Happy, happy 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 Kwanzaa. Abarigani.
Umoja.
Abarigani.
Ujichakulia.
Abarigani.
Ujima.
Abarigani.
Ujama.
Abarigani.
Nia.
Abarigani.
Uamba.
Abarigani.
Ini.
Fani.
Saba.
Kwanzaa. The Kwanzaa. Happy, happy Kwanzaa. 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 Happy, happy Kwanzaa.
Unity, that's the foundation. Divine our self-determination, collective work and responsibility, cooperative economics, we are free.
Unity,
and
that's
we
the
gotta live in our
foundation.
purpose.
Define our
Everywhere they wanna be free.
self-determination,
But look how we shine
collective work
with all
and
this
responsibility,
creativity.
cooperative
So much that
economics, we are
victory.
free.
With all
And
our
we
hearts,
gotta
yes,
live in
we
our purpose.
believe. And all we want to is achieve with all our hearts, yes, we believe. And all we got to do is achieve. Kwanzaa, say Kwanzaa. Happy, happy Kwanzaa.
Kwanzaa. Kwanzaa. Say happy, happy Kwanzaa. 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 Happy, happy Kwanzaa. 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 Say happy, happy Kwanzaa. Abarigani.
Jaja beat say,
Abarigani.
tell them
Say Abarigani.
Abarigani.
Say
Abarigani. Thanks for bearing with us through that one. We had a little slip, but we never slide. We just kept right on the ride. When we say Habarigani is meaning what's the news? So my response was the principles, the 7 principles of Kwanzaa and Nguzo Saba, which can be celebrated every day of the year, not just at the end of the year. 7 principles, one for each day. And that's our set. Give thanks.
Love,
Peace, love, and light.
Yeah.
Give thanks. That was amazing. Thank you so much. We appreciate
Happy Kwanzaa. You know, so I love music too.
Kwanzaa is something that I think you're gonna be educating us on, well, me especially, because I don't really know too much about it.
I have so many questions too.
Yeah.
So many questions.
We'll definitely have to revisit that, Emmanuel. Maybe at Tribe Talk again, Ms. Ice. Yeah. All right. Thank you so much. We are now moving over swiftly to Miss Adriana.
Oh yes, this is good.
As y'all can probably tell, I like to tell stories. Very conceptual and very hip-hop-esque in how I do things. And this particular piece was written based on a song called Little Boxes by Malvina Reynolds. It was on this show that I used to watch called Weeds when I was younger. But the point of the song really hit me in the head. The part of it is, it's like, Little boxes on a hillside. Little boxes made of ticky-tacky, and they're all made out of boxes, and they all look just the same. It was basically a political song from back in the 60s, and she was like telling everybody not to conform. And this is my interpretation of how to break out of your own boxes. There once were little boxes on a hillside of ticky-tacky that made a truth a gunman. Reality made him trigger happy. Fatigued by the constant recycling, he snapped. Each bullet true facts, but they ignored all that. Favoring the illusion of safety, confusion, allowing social media to control how they're moving, influence what they're doing without their permission, dismissed as fiction. Hello, algorithm. The gunman didn't notice, but one bullet reached his target. Delayed by insecurities and theories of the far-fetched, ideas of what's next, avoiding the first step, admitting to the complex, victim in mindset. Unsure of direction, but clear on purpose. The one rogue box proceeds, it's nervous. I'm tired of being caged around this basic brown box. Nothing is original, we even say the same font. With no difference of choice in wants or needs, behaving like clones are all they can be. Why don't they see that it's cool to be different? A font change, a color change can upgrade their imprint. I tried to help them, but they think it's in style to recycle ideas, rearrange the same sounds. Adding to a toxic foundation is wild. Adding to a vision that salutes mediocrity, hypocrisy, monotony for the good of the economy. Apparently, trafficking boosts the budget as well as making grooming normal. It's currently what sells. Underage models are promoted as adults, underage sexes in every other show. Those models I mentioned and other famous kids we know are allowed to drink and party with overgrown adults, not knowing that they're playing a dangerous game for fortune and fame, possibly detained. The music being pushed sells sex as a weapon as well as drugs and misogyny. Reasons to fail. Pardon my honesty if it comes off offensive. It's new, and I'm pensive. The shooter left me sensitive. But I'm meant to give a thorough account. Won't leave nothing out. The powers that be are selling us out from every route to disguise what they do. Red 42, salmonella in the food, bits of metal in the food, feces, plastic, blue 42. Rotten meat is allowed, and guess what they do? They grind it and sell it. Commercial. To you. Fresh meat. Tell you read the label, but the label is flawed. Measured by weight to throw you off. Zero sugar means stevia, sucralose, monk fruit, all with erythritol. Blood clots. Healthy can harm too. Pump you full of additives and poison, then blame you for making reckless choices, knowing they are to blame too. Food is addictive to a dangerous degree. Modified genetically, yellow number 3. Meds are compromised too, designed to compromise you. Ozempic, for example, does a number on your stomach. Most people suffer from it. Colostomies, GI disease, laziness, and vanity. The ones in need have to wait and see based on insurance inequities, based on greed for money trees, and I guess they forgot the meds are for diabetes. Based on holes in policy. Veterans are denied honesty, denied routine surgery, and made to wait an eternity. They deserve free everything because they gave the country everything: their minds, their dignity, their safety, their time, their sense of identity, and their lives. But none of this applies when they're searching for help from the same institutions that asked them for help. Didn't ask them to witness what most people can't fathom, stomach, or imagine, yet they still can't get a third of what they rightly earn? Imagine my surprise when I heard all of this. A basic brown box, conditioned to quit, motivated to fit, guided to follow. But inside I was hollow, unfulfilled by tomorrow. Independent thought is slowly being stolen, making it harder to keep our minds completely open. All those little boxes that chose to remain are the muses and the point of what Malvina Reynolds sang. We can't allow ourselves to run away from change, conforming to ideas introduced to detain. Ticky-tacky meant glue in 1962. In 2024, it means always think for you. That's that one. Appreciate y'all. Thank you.
Can I just ask real quick? You know, I got to be the first one to talk.
Of
Do you
What's up?
are you reading? You have a published book? Like I could buy it? Do you have a book of poems already?
Do I have a published book? No. Do I have books of poems? Several. Yeah. Yeah,
Well,
but I
that
am
didn't help me because I
working
can't
on it.
read none of them. When you gonna publish something?
I've been doing videos, but I am thinking of publishing within the next year. But obviously, you know, I needed the swift kick in the butt to do it.
Oh, you gotta stop playing. There's so
Absolutely,
many
yeah.
ways that you can get on and publish your book in a week or two. You already have all the content and just create your I don't know, Spotify or whatever. If you do it on Amazon, I don't know how what people prefer, but there's so many ways. Come on, I need your book. I need to just like read. You need a book of poetry for real. Stop.
I appreciate you. The ego, bro. Chill, chill, chill. I
Don't
appreciate
sleep on yourself, man. You deserve everything that you working towards, and stop playing with yourself and the universe and stop holding back and stop being walking in fear. You have everything already, and there's no reason why everybody else shouldn't benefit or move from that. There's a lot of people who feel and understand and need to hear what you have to say and can relate and need to feed and need to be healed by words that they need to hear. Stop playing around.
Yeah,
appreciate
because
you.
it's deep how fast you can move if you have to. And
Yeah.
that's the lesson I've learned. And what the reason why 19 Keys helped me was because I got his infinite wealth strategies, and he gave that strategy of how to self-publish in 2 weeks. And as much as I know, I didn't know how to do that, and I couldn't be bothered to figure it out or get my head around it because I'm a busy single parent with all sorts going on. So I read it, I followed it, I had my book done in 2 weeks. In less than 2 weeks, it was already written. So it was just a matter of pulling stuff together and doing it. And now you see with this show, you know, I co-sign what Cynthonia is saying just purely because I had no intention of doing it. A lot of this I've learned as I've gone along. And I'm on a rapid learning curve, but it's amazing what you can do when you have to.
Same.
You know what I'm saying? If you said, I'm going to do, if we said to you in 2 weeks' time, the next time you come to this show, you better have your book. You'll have it.
You have all the material already. You have all the material.
It was funny. I was literally thinking the same thing. I'm like submitting the contest and everything. Like it's funny how the universe works. I definitely appreciate that reinforcement. But
I don't
I'm
be playing with
absolutely
people.
working on it. I'm playing. I'm not playing. I'm not playing. I got you. I got you.
This lady is hardcore, man. She's
But you know, people. I mean, I appreciate it. I'm very receptive to that. Truthfully, I'd rather get it honest than get BS.
that's love, isn't it? That's
Yeah.
love.
See,
Bottom
are you wanting one more from me, or are you wanting to go into your set?
well, we've got about 7 minutes left, so it's probably better I just go into it, so we don't.
Please, please.
And I can obviously see both sides of what you're saying. And I have those people that tell me certain things as well. You know what I mean? And as I say, two of them are in here now on the screen, and I've had some very loving hard words, which I appreciate. So I'm going to share. The piece I was going to share, which is called Just Us, is about resetting a new beginnings in terms of romantic relationships. But I'm going to leave that for next month, because next month we're going to look at intimacy, and intimacy in the true sense of the word. So not just in terms of man and woman, but intimacy from all angles. I won't bother saying any more than that, because you all know what I mean. So this, which I forgot I wrote, my book has got poems, and then at what I realized was what would serve me well is to write little essays to go with each poem, because I know what I mean, but I think as artists sometimes we're like, this is what I mean, and like people are supposed to get it, and them not getting it is, what's the point of your art then? You know, they need to get it. So you can be abstract, I believe, but sometimes you also need to give a bit of clarity. So I'm going to share this one instead, which I think is just as relevant to new beginnings. And it's called Trust in Me. Courage can bring guilt, as can cowardice. I stand in the face of adversity, then get vexed when I can't get out. Tell them about themselves. Speak when there's no one else. Righteously indigniting fires in jars that sit on shelves. Trust me, you can. Trust in me. Though I can't peer through walls, I can see. Trust me, you can. Trust in me. For whatever it is you choose to believe, that is who I'll be. So that goes back to, I'm going to read the little essay that it's only a short couple of paragraphs, but that goes back to Immanuel's t-shirt last time. And one of the key things I've learned personally about spirituality and this realm is everything. It's the quantum bit, you know, and it's hard to get your head around if you go too deep into it. But the bottom line is, it's what you look at and what you believe. And you will shift, jump timelines, jump reality, depending on your set of beliefs and what you see when you look at things, you know. And I've been shown it in crystal clear clarity by the Most High. It's perception is key. So this poem is simply my way of saying, can you trust yourself? Our society promotes opinions and sharing your opinions, shouting loudly about what's right and wrong. No judgment in this. I have lots to say about lots of things. Equally, I don't care either. That's a choice, and it's really about remembering that choice for me. Sometimes the opinion will drastically change. Sometimes life throws some things to make you swerve and fall in the position of a new perspective. I think we can trust ourselves, our higher self. I'm hesitant about where I place my trust externally. That doesn't mean I go around expecting people to do a madness. More like I do what I can these days to search for a new perspective or deeper understanding. People will falter or not even falter, do things I don't inner or overstand. I regard myself as trustworthy, but I wouldn't want to tell somebody to trust me. That would be foolish. Whatever it is we see, however we decipher the circumstances, people, stories, is the reality we choose to live in. Simples. Times in my life where I was optimistic and walked in true courage, great things happened. Conversely, the negative experiences coincided with negative self-talk, and then this became a cycle, like a vortex that I was getting sucked into. It took some time for me to really accept in the core of me the truth that my view of things was coloring or clouding things way more than I'd realized. Also, saying strong opinions out loud in the negative times is probably not the best thing to do. Going back to Immanuel's tune. Righteously indigniting fires in jars that sit on shelves. I trust that we beings will be true to our nature. Beyond that, I trust in the Most High. And I think that goes back down as well, thank you guys, to we live in this age of just, you don't have to actually do anything, you just pretend. And again, this is a room of doers. And my friends who are in here from outside of this group, they do things, real things in real life to change lives. You know, when you put a black square on Instagram to say you support, it don't mean nothing. You know, it's just this, I am this and I declare I'm this and I'm going to show you I'm this and I'm going to, and I've been guilty of it myself at times. But I think the truth is, if you're not going to do something about something, don't pay attention to it. If you're not going to take action against that war or that injustice or that child trafficking or whatever it is, then just take your eyes off it, because what's the point? And I think that's something we have to be aware of in the world that we live in as well, is what we're looking at, because we will lose our sanity if we look up. We can focus on all the negative all day long. and just kill ourselves because we can't actually do anything about it. So that's why I love this kind of thing, what we're doing here, because it's positive, it's loving, it's connected, we're inspiring each other, and it is action. And on that note, that is the end of the night, and we are sincerely grateful for you all in real time. And if I can ask for the artists to hang back again like last time and give thanks and gratitude to everybody that joined us, we truly appreciate you, truly and sincerely, for taking two hours out of your day to support us and listen to what we're doing. Anybody else want to close it in any way?
Give thanks to everybody from across the pond that's up in the wee hours. Yeah. Much gratitude. Big love.
Yes, I back that completely 100%. I'm so thankful. I don't have anybody from my side. Everybody on my side is too cool to sit down for 2 hours right now. But as I keep doing it and I keep showing them my little clips and they keep digging me up, hopefully I can guess. But I appreciate everybody who do come on. It's very it's motivating. It helps you to go again. You know what I'm saying? Like, so I appreciate everybody from the audience and everybody who participated, who, you know what I'm saying, show love. It just feels good. It helps me to always just be better. So I appreciate everybody for real.